Well, brothers, sisters, I you know me. I make videos on a great many things, and I try to spice it up a little here and there. But I'm growing tired of the COVID talk. I mean, over a month ago, I had said that maybe the caldera was the problem, and that they were putting us on lockdown for other problems. And I had alluded to maybe that it was you know, a fake alien invasion, Project Bluebeam, things of that nature. Now I'm hearing all these people do the same. So they're regurgitating stuff that we had discussed 2 months ago. So that's over. We're back to the real Jack Torrance and what Jack likes to talk about. And what Jack likes to talk about is race. And why? Because every time I go out, and now that I've made this channel, it's even worse. If I go anywhere and put a comment down, automatically people click on because I make pretty good comments. I mean, I have to admit, that's why I had a lot of subs before I ever even made a video. It's because people followed me for my comments. And I have some real humdingers. I mean, there's some zingers. I might make a video. I screen capture everything. So I might make a video someday on some of them. They're great. But anyway, if I do say so myself, they are good. And they cut. They cut real deep. But we're going to get back to the roots of this channel. Because, I make a lot of comments and I read comment sections. That's what I watch videos for mainly, is the comment section. Because like I've always said, that's where all the truth is in the comments. And the crazy conspiracy wacko stuff, it's all in there. So, and everything else. So, as usual, I'm making comments, but I've noticed that the COVID stuff's going out the window as the sooner we get to going back to the way things were, which I can't imagine we'd want to go back to child molesting politicians, and crooked cops, but we're going back, and I can tell you how, because people are talking about race again. And people are, being racist again, and blacks can be racist. Trust me on that. So, I'm making comments, and I'm getting there. People go back to my videos, they see them, and they're like, "Oh, that's what kind of channel this is." He's a white nationalist, or he's a Nazi, people don't know what I am. Even the people who watch this channel can't put a finger on what I know. Because it's just that I love my people, and I want to see them go good. Nothing else. There's no agenda. I mean, if anything ever popped off as far as race went in this country, if we had a race war, people talk about that. If we ever had a race war, I wonder how many people would get involved on all sides. Let's be honest here. A lot of black people have white family members, and a lot of white family members have black people in their families. I mean, the tribe made that happen. They mixed us all together. They flooded us in 1965. We were taking in 95% European immigrants up until 1965, and then they had to know English, and they had to get jobs, and they had to know how to read and write English, and they had to know everything, right? But then after 1965 Hart-Sellers Act, they didn't have to anymore. We could just take any scum from around the world, and that's when they flooded us. And I want to tell people about the 60s. That was a time of upheaval and change. If you read your Google and your Wikipedias and stuff, it was change, and all these things happened during that time. And it started in 1960 whenever Kennedy got put into office, and he was a bright new future. And then he got murdered in office, and then, on and on it goes. And all the assassinations, the fake hoax deaths. Nobody died and nobody got hurt. Those were all hoaxes. But what happened is the state of Israel came in the late 40s. And they figured their plan out with the Tavistock and the Frankfurt School and everything, and got all their chess pieces in place. And in the 60s, they made their move. And they got their little Catholic boy to be the president. And he comes from a family of thug gangsters, Kennedys. And, they put the little Catholic boy in there, and he was squeaky clean. He was supposed to be. Come to find out, he wasn't. And they put him in there and then they had him killed. But see, they didn't. That was a hoax too. That was a dummy in the back of the car. It's been proven. And, and the reason I'm so angry right now, guys, is because I have been triggered. These people, it's unbelievable to me. I mean, but anyway, back to it. I'm sorry. Look, what happened is the 60s is the start of what they hatched their plans in the 40s and the 50s there, after Israel became a real place. They hatched their plans and put them out. And then the 60s changed us. In the 70s, they wore us out. And they created problems with our oil and our money. A lot of you older people remember all that. And I'm going to help you guys that don't believe. I'm going to help you to see. And then what happened is in the 70s. And okay, we know that what happened. Okay. Then the 80s. Cocaine fueled party and fun. And let's prop up the Wall Street and get all that going. And just fiat currency and just give everybody what they want. And Dayglow neon just puked it out everywhere for everyone to see. And then the 90s. Oh yeah, let's give them the 90s and we'll end a lot of things. And what do they end? They ended white culture. That's what they ended. Okay? And it died. And Kurt Cobain died, and they killed everything, and they killed all good movies, and they killed all good books, and they killed everything. Believe me, I've studied media, and I studied everything all in my life. And not just study, I then dwell upon it and think on it for years without studying anything. And then this way, I can form my own hypothesis on what I've seen. And so looking back over since the state of Israel was created until today, I see the hell and heartache and misery of the white race and every race, let's just be honest, is in misery now because of what has happened, what has transpired. And if you can't see it, then I need you to push the unsubscribe button I do not need you here. If you do not see, and that's a call to anyone, if you cannot see that the tribe, Jews, did this to us, Zionist Jews, and help from sellout devil whites and blacks, and everybody else. They did it. They subverted us. White people are not subversive. Whenever I walk up to white men on any job site or in a bank or in a convenience store, I don't feel like they're automatically trying to get over on me. I don't feel like they're automatically trying to. When I come up on blacks, I always know I'm going to get, hey, it's my birthday. Can I get $5? Or, hey, can I, man, I ain't got no money for this or that. Could you hook me up, man? I don't feel, or Mexicans, same thing. What is the difference whenever I walk up on white people? I know. How you doing? What's up, brother? Get the door for you. Okay. That's what I get. Now, Jews. Let me tell you something about Jews. They're subversive and they don't have very much power in the real world as far as strength and as far as fortitude. And no. They can't force themselves on anyone. So what do? Well, they get control of the money systems and the media systems and every system. And they utilize their skills in scheming to then take over everything. And that's what they do. You have to know it's true, guys. You have to know that since 1948, this world has become a cesspit. Sure, there's pockets of beauty and truth everywhere you look, but it's hell. For the most part, it's hell. And it triggers me so bad to see everybody just fall right back into it, and I don't get it. Why would you want to fall back into it? I just don't get it. We're coming out of this. It'll be a brave new world when we do. Because I'm not going to live the same as I lived before. They're not going to let you, first of all. And secondly, I don't want to. I don't want to live in a world where my people are berated and hated for nothing, for building everything and for doing everything. I don't want to live in that world and blamed for everything. The last time I checked, white folks didn't own those shipping companies. And believe me, I checked. They didn't own the shipping companies that shipped slaves over here. And they didn't. And guess what? I had a guy comment and tell me today, and I thought this was just a joke that had fallen away. But he told me today, a black man told me, y'all took the land from us and told us we was slaves from Africa, but really we was here. And so, already, and y'all came, and we are the real Native Americans. And I said, are you serious, bro? Are you really? I heard that 30 years ago, and I thought it was a joke then. And you're still on that? Are you serious? Well, I asked that question to the guy, and automatically, of course, it was a black site that I was on, so automatically deleted. They don't want that kind of truth coming out. But that's what triggers me. Things like that. It's like, listen, these kids are walking around, and like I said, if they have a book, it'll be on slavery or Malcolm X or what. And then the white kids too have the slavery and the Malcolm X books. And it's just staggering to me. Whenever I talk to my white friends, they always say, well, white people are devils. They deserve it. Okay, well, then you're not going to be my buddy anymore. You're not going to be my friend, because you'll never hear me say anything bad about white people on my channel. And why is that? Because it's already out there enough. Why would I do it? And that's what I have a question for all you white people who talk shit on your own people. Why would you do that? There's already a multitude of people who are willing to do it for you. You don't have to do it for yourself. Stop being a cuck, grow some balls, and tell people, no, hell no. Hell no, I'm not going to talk shit on my own people. You people do it enough. It's unbelievable. I'm hearing it more and more. But another thing that I'm hearing? I'm hearing white people stand up for themselves, and I'm seeing it more and more. They're getting tired of it, just like I thought. And I am a good barometer for that. If I can take a lot, I can take a lot of abuse. I can take a lot of pain. I can take a lot of things. And I've never been on a vacation, never taken a vacation in my life. I've worked all my life. My father put me to work early, and I've never stopped. I don't take time off, and whenever I do have a day off, I'll work. So, and every vacation I get, I take the money and don't take the vacation. Nobody ever bothers to ask me if I need time off. They know I don't. So I don't want to hear any laziness. I'm a good barometer of what people are. I'm a real good read. And I can tell by people's comments how they really feel. And then I go and I watch their videos and I see how they really are. We've got some real good people in my subs, and I want to keep it like that. If you see anybody giving me a hard time in the subs from now on, we need to attack them and get them out, because I'm going to be a man of my word, and I'm not going to erase anyone. But we can't have it. We can't have it. And we don't have much of that. And anyway, and the people who disagree are pretty respectful most of the time. But we're going to start seeing more of it, because I'm going to continue on my path of pointing out that it's okay to be white. It's more than okay. It's great. It's great. But it's not so great whenever you're being attacked all the time. And listen, it's only online, and it's only by the media, and it's tribal. It's tribal. Listen, you can't expect these uneducated idiots to be able to converse with you, and they can't even spell right in their comments. I mean, and they're on an Obama phone that they got for free on free Wi-Fi in a Section 8 house. But I bet, and they're going to berate you for standing up for your race, or to even point out something that's not right. But if you went out in their house, in their Section 8 house and everything, and you went out and looked, I bet there's a big bodied car sitting out there on dubs and a big stereo system in it. On these people that are making, ridiculous Wakanda Forever comments on me pointing out the travesties and injustices that are perpetuated on my race every single day. And then they'll say, ooh, poor baby, your white privilege is showing. White privilege. I have no insurance. I have no way to go to the doctor. I have no way. If you don't own your own companies, and if you haven't worked for people that own their own, and it's tightly knit, and you help each other out, and the reason for that is because you can't afford that insurance, and you can't afford that stuff. So if you need to go to the dentist, your boss will pay for it, or you'll go, you'll just crack open the money and do it yourself. If you've never done these things, you don't know, don't comment, don't talk to me about it. But for those of you who do know, I don't have insurance. I don't have health insurance. I don't have life insurance. I don't have any insurance. I don't have any assurance that my car is going to start every morning. Even though I take good care of these things, they break, because I can't afford to do regular maintenance all the time and replace parts that probably need to be replaced. No, I have to let it squeak out, because we have to eat. And you people know what I'm talking about. And I've tried. All my life, I've tried. So don't poor white man me, and don't give me that white privilege bullshit. I'm not going to accept it anymore. I've said in past videos, we're not going to take it anymore. And I meant what I said. So I expect to see a lot of subs gone after this video, and I hope that's true. Let's get it back up underneath 300. I said this is going to be a barn burner of a video to the guy I'm making it for, and I meant what I said. And so, another disjointed video by Jack Torrance.